Hey guys, it's Elisabeth from Fashion to the Past. Today is going to be part 3 of the Regency Easter gown. Essentially, I'm going to be starting on the process. I still have to finish making the pattern, but I have started. I've made those skirt pieces and cut them out. I have to find some more tape somewhere because I ran out of my tape, but I have the 2 skirt pieces cut out, and I have to finish the rest of it, which should be pretty easy. For some reason I kept putting it off because I was just like, I don't feel like doing this right now, Yesterday I finally did the skirt pieces, and as I was doing it I was like, this is actually like kind of fun putting the pattern pieces together and stuff, and I was like, I don't know why I kept putting this off because I'm actually enjoying this process, so I don't know what I was doing that for. But I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I have for this project because I have quite a bit of things and I'm actually also really excited. First thing I want to show you is the velvet that I have. Look at how beautiful this is. It looks even more beautiful when you see it on camera. Look at that. I love this. I still need to figure out what I'm going to do for the lining and purchase the lining for this. But I do have this velvet and it's amazing. I am obsessed with it, so that's pretty awesome. And that's for the Spencer jacket, which might not get completed before Easter, but because I have it and I have the stuff to start the actual gown, there is a chance that maybe I could get it started at least before Easter. Like I said, I still need the lining for it, but besides that, it's really not that bad. So then I have cotton. This is just 100% cotton. I actually got this at Weaver's Mennonite store, so it's just 100% plain white cotton, and I got this for all of the undergarments. So I hopefully got enough for the chemise, the outer part of the stays, and the petticoats. I don't have any other things for the stays yet. I still need the under fabric and the what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not sure. All of the other things, all the notions and stuff that come with it. But I was actually looking at the notions for all of these different things I want to make. I haven't actually looked at the Spencer jacket notions, but for all of the undergarments and the gown, there's like hardly any notions, and I'm just like, this is actually really awesome because less notions, the easier it is to make, but also the less stuff I have to buy, which in my opinion is really awesome. So I have all of this stuff. I just need the pattern for all of the undergarments, which I still don't have. And then this is the muslin for the lining layer of the gown. It's just muslin. It's pretty thin, but it's going to be 2 layers of fabric because I have the outer layer and this layer. So hopefully it's not super see-through. Even if it is, there's going to be a bunch of undergarments, so it's not going to be a big deal. But this is the muslin, and this just came today. I'm super excited. This is Swiss dot with raised dots. As soon as I looked at this when it came, I was just like, this looks like it belongs on a Regency gown. Like, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. And it's super thin, but I don't know, I like the way it feels, and it just like, it looks like it's meant to be on a Regency gown. Like, honestly, looking at this, makes me want to like unravel it, like unroll it, because it's folded up, and if I unroll it, it'll just be like this magical thing where it's a Regency gown or something. But yeah, this is definitely really awesome. I'm so excited to use this fabric for the gown. And yeah, that's all of the fabric that I have. The next thing I'm gonna do is put this together and cut it out, and then I can start cutting out the pieces. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, and I can start sewing them together. I'm like really excited. I'm gonna have to also look at the instructions and not just like go headlong into this. I need to look at the instructions before I cut anything out, make sure I'm doing everything correctly, and make sure there's nothing I need to be aware of. And because I haven't really looked too much at the instructions, they are on my computer. They came with the PDF pattern, obviously, so I'm gonna have to look at that. But I'm really excited for this project. I feel like this might actually be a thing if I can keep myself on this project, like of doing it and getting it done and not being lazy. I might have a Regency gown for Easter, which will be exciting if that's the case. And yeah, I'm really excited for this. I really hope it turns out, and you know, all of those things. I hope it works out. But yeah, I'm gonna go work on the pattern some more, and I will come back to you when it's finished and I have some other updates for you on the project. Okay, so I just want to quickly talk about the patterns I used and tell you some things about them, because there are some things that happened with the patterns that shouldn't have happened, and things that I had a little confusions about before printing the patterns out. So first off, I used the Sense and Sensibility pattern, Regency dress pattern, and yeah, that's the company, the pattern. I can link it down below. I'm gonna be purchasing their undergarments from the same place as well. And I also purchased the Spencer jacket from them there already as well. So the first thing is that when you print it out, you have to print it out on Acrobat Reader, and you have to print it out in Poster. You can't print it out with Preview or whatever. You have to use Acrobat Reader or another thing that will let you print it out in Poster, because they give it to you as one page. So when you print it in Acrobat Reader with Poster, it prints out all the separate pages instead of just the whole thing being on one page. That's what I learned when I first looked at it. I was like, these aren't all separate pages. This is just all on one page. How the heck do I print this out? So I did some searching around on the Sense and Sensibility stuff and figured it out. Secondly, I don't know if this will happen when you print it out, but when I printed this pattern out, there were 3 pages that didn't print. The first page in the skirt parts didn't print, so I had to, let me see here, I had to draw, like, just kind of put a piece of paper in there and just kind of assume the shape there. I mean, I looked at the image of what it's supposed to look like, but I just kind of had to put my own piece of paper in there, because I was initially going to try and print out the first page or whatever. I don't know if it's the first page or the last page, honestly. It probably was the last page, now that I think about it. But either way, I was going to try and see if I could reprint it, but then I was like, this isn't working, this is just dumb, and I thought this is just a little section, it's fine, I'll just use a piece of paper, it's not that big a deal. Then I went to put this one together, and not 1, but 2 whole pages were missing. I don't know if you can see that, but I had to add 2 pages in, blank pages, and draw in the lines that I needed with pencil, because they didn't print those pages. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it could just be my printer, which is a pretty crappy printer. It could be my computer, or it could be Acrobat Reader, or it could be who knows what. But I just thought I'd let you in on all the different things. Guys, I'm back with another update. I have all of the pieces cut out. It's such a tiny stack because the fabric is so thin, and you know, it's not a giant garment or anything. But I'm so excited because I feel like this is taking like off something's actually happening, and this is like actually working, and I have most of the stuff that I need at least to start this part of the gown and stuff. There's a few things that I still need to get. There's ribbon and buttons or ties, something like that. I have a thing of buttons, but they're probably not going to work. I want to try and attempt to make this, obviously I'm making this historical, so I want to try and either use ties, or if I can find buttons that look kind of like Regency. I have to look at what buttons would have looked like in the Regency period. But I feel like there would be less buttons, or if there were buttons, they would be like the fabric covered button type things. So I want to look more into that. But as far as the actual fabric goes, we've got it cut out and ready to sew it together. I'm so excited. Tonight I'm gonna be doing something awesome. I'm gonna be starting this. Well, I'll probably start it now, but while I work on this, I'm gonna watch 1995 by Bodice because I've been dying to rewatch that. Hey guys, it's Saturday. It's been a couple of days or something since I last was updating you on my Regency gown, but basically I am putting the lining and outer bodice pieces together. I'm about halfway sewing them together. When I pinned them all together, and I did come across an issue where the outer fabric was larger than the lining fabric, and I was like, what is going on? So I just pinned it up until about like this seam or something, and then I trimmed off the extra fabric and re-sewed the seam. So is that the correct thing to do? I have no idea, but I did it anyways. It all matches up now, so hopefully that's fine and it works out. If not, I can always recut the pieces because I have extra fabric, so I hope I don't have to do that, but for now it seems to be working. I've just been slowly sewing away at this. I actually am halfway done with this, and I did all of this morning so far. I'm in the middle of getting ready to go to work because I have to work all day. I worked all day yesterday as well, so yesterday I did the whole pinning thing and then the cutting of the fabric thing, but I didn't really get much else done yesterday morning because I had to go to work. And then last night I was going to try to start on sewing when I got home, but it was just really late and I was really tired and I didn't feel like doing it, so I didn't do any more then. And now I've started working on it today. I might do a couple more stitches and stuff then, but I have to finish getting ready for work and I have to leave soonish, so gonna keep working on that then. Hey guys, sorry my hair looks like crap today. It just doesn't look great today. But today's Sunday, and I thought I would tell you what's happening with the Regency bodice for the Regency gown. It's actually like really simple so far, and I'm like enjoying this, and it's coming together. So I wanted to mention a couple of things. If there's any people who want to do Regency or just sewing in general, actually, and you're new to this might help you because I had to look at some of these terms up because I didn't know what they were. So let me just explain. If you want to know what grading a seam allowance is, basically you take the inside of your seam allowance. I don't know if you can see this, but you basically cut one of the edges closer to the seam than the other edge, and the edge that gets cut closer to the seam is the lining or the innermost layer, and then you keep cutting it shorter, so like the innermost layer gets cut as close to the seam or whatever, and then the next layer gets cut close but not as close, so it's kind of like graded like that. Since they only have two layers, it's just two like that. But that's what grading a seam allowance is. Maybe everyone else knows this and I'm just an idiot or something. I'm not really sure. But I thought I would explain a couple of these terms because I didn't know what they were, because I've never done either of them. And then understitch lining, basically you just take your two pieces and lay them flat like this, because normally they would be on top of each other like this, but you want to make sure you don't get the outer fabric in this, and you just stitch all along the edge of the lining part so that it is stitching this inside seam allowance down. I don't know if that made any sense, but I thought I'd just give you that tip. You can also just look it up on the internet if you're not sure, like I did, because I am not very knowledgeable. But yeah, so far this is looking great, and actually doing this part is actually like gonna make it be really awesome, and it's not gonna be like, it's gonna be really, make it really nice in the end, because you can see, actually if I show you this, hold on, you can see the difference from, if I fold this over, you can see how this part is laying down and this part is just like all over the place. It's not flat, it's just kind of like whatever. And this part is stitched down, so that helps, and this part is not, so that doesn't help. And yeah, this is actually turning out pretty okay. I'm pretty happy with how this is going so far, and I'm super excited. The next part, after I finish this, I have to press it all down together, and the bodice is basically done, except for the closure in the back. And then I have to start the sleeve next, I think. So this will be interesting and fun, and I'm really excited that this is being a thing. Hi, I'm back with an update. I'm getting really excited because this is actually starting to look like something. Basically, I started on the sleeves, and I've got one sleeve on. This is what it looks like. Obviously I'm not super far on this project yet, but I have gotten the one sleeve on. I'm preparing to put the other sleeve on, and then I have to do, I think with the normal sleeve, the instructions say that they will tell you later how to finish it, but for sleeves that have a detachable long sleeve with it, you're supposed to do like a small hem or a zigzag stitch, and then fold it under and iron it, and then fold it back out or something weird like that. Basically, there's a whole, another little process you have to do with adding the detachable sleeve, and then you have to add like buttonholes or something. So that's what I'm gonna have to do because I'm gonna make detachable sleeves at some point. Hey guys, so I've been doing some research and attempting some things. I did a buttonhole, one buttonhole in the sleeves. I'm supposed to do 4 to 6 buttonholes on these sleeve cups. I'm doing 4 because I don't want to do more than I have to. And I think I've done buttonholes like one other time in my life, and that was like years and years and years ago. So I'm not very, I'm very new to buttonholes is my point here. So I was looking up YouTube videos and things to help me out, and this is what I've come up with for a buttonhole. I think I should use different thread. I've just been using my normal thread, but I watched a video from Kat's Costumery. She does historical stuff as well. First I just like typed in how to sew a buttonhole, and then I was like, this isn't gonna work, because a lot of the tutorials that came up were either with a sewing machine, or if they were done by hand, it was like people, like, I wanted to be able to see something coming from a historical sewing standpoint, because that makes it easier for me to be like, okay, this is the right way to do it historically, and not like some modified modern way to do it or something. I'm not really sure. I don't know if that made any sense, but I watched this one video of this lady, whatever, I don't know, and she just did a buttonhole and that was it. Then I stumbled across a video from Kat's Costumery. I didn't know she did a thing on buttonholes, but she did a thing on alternatives to buttonholes, and then she also like showed you how to do buttonholes. So I thought that was really interesting and really fun. I can link that video down below if you're interested. Another small update. I haven't really done much since I last talked to you, but I thought I'd show you. Basically, I've been procrastinating doing the rest of these buttonholes all day, because actually doing them isn't really that bad, but just like the thought of doing them is like, oh, I don't feel like doing that, you know. I don't know how to explain it, but I did another buttonhole right here. I don't know how well you can see that, but I didn't add a backing or anything to it. It's just embroidery thread that has wax on it. I waxed the embroidery thread. So what I did was I took some of this white embroidery thread. I took a long piece and I split it in half, and then I waxed it, and I used that for the buttonhole. And yeah, this is how it turned out. I don't know how well you can see that. I don't know if you can see, the reason I put a backing on the other one is because of all the little holes here. I don't know if that's going to be problematic in keeping the integrity of this thing for lasting a long time or not, but I think I am just going to proceed with this method, because I don't feel like having this little square on the back that you get to see through the fabric. So I finally did it. I did all the buttonholes. Yay, they're done. Okay, so when I do the buttonholes, they actually don't take that long and they're not that hard. They're just annoying and I'm not a huge fan of it. But it's really not that hard. It's kind of pretty easy, at least the way I did it. I'm sure there's different ways to do it. And it didn't really take that long. I just didn't feel like doing it. I just wanted to move on to the next step, essentially. But I've done all 4 buttonholes on each sleeve cuff. Now I can fold this under and rip stitch it down. Hey guys, I'm back with another Regency gown update. I finally have started doing the long sleeve portion. So what I did was I cut out the pattern. If you use the same pattern as me, the long sleeve pattern is on the skirt pattern, so you kind of have to take it off the skirt pattern in order to use it. So what I did was I took my pattern paper and traced the portion of the long sleeve that I needed, because you don't need the top part if you're doing it the way I am. And then I transferred it to the fabric. And so I sewed up this seam and I hemmed the top of it with a little tiny hem, and I did that with both sleeves. Now I get to add the buttons and then hem the bottom, and the sleeves should be done then. And that should be pretty simple, and I'm really excited because I'm actually like getting close to doing the skirt. I just have to finish these up and then I can do the skirt. Hopefully that won't take super long or won't be super hard. It'll take a while because I'm hand dyeing, so everything can take a while. But hopefully it won't be too difficult or anything, because I'm ready to get this finished Easter is coming up really quickly, quicker than I thought. And yeah, we have this Sunday, and then it's the Sunday after this coming Sunday. That's Easter. So I have about a week to try and finish this. And I really did want to have a Spencer jacket and a Regency bonnet to wear, but I'm not going to, so that's great. I really would have liked to have at least the bonnet and the Spencer jacket, because it's probably going to be chilly out or cold out, and I don't have any other proper Regency attire to wear with it. I mean, I could wear my cloak, but that doesn't really go with the Regency thing, so we'll figure it out. But I'm getting somewhere with the gown part, and also it'll have the long sleeves, so if it's cold, that'll help. Alright guys, so I officially have less than 1 week to finish this gown. I'm still working on the bodice, can you believe it? It's been how many days since I started this, or weeks? Quite a while. Technically this could be done within a day if you were doing it within a day, but I have not been. I've been just doing it in parts when I get the chance to do it, or when I feel like doing it. But essentially today is Sunday, and I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to work on it. And if I still have stuff to do by the time Friday or Saturday rolls around, I could do it in the morning or evening. Not evening, nighttime, midnight, whatever. But, yeah. I just wanted to give you a quick update. I did sew the buttons onto one of the sleeves, so now I've attached it to this sleeve with the buttons, and I just have to do the same thing to the other sleeve and hem them, and then we can get to the skirt. So actually sewing the buttons is actually super easy and isn't that hard or anything, but I did this morning, and it's like 2:30 now, and I've just been putting off doing the other one because I've been doing other stuff, and I've just not very motivated. But I am going to do this today because I need to get to the skirt and get this finished. If I don't get to the skirt today at all, I'm going to be a little disappointed, but I'm not going to be surprised. I'm going to guess that I'm going to have to start the skirt tomorrow, maybe even finish the sleeves tomorrow, I'm not sure. I just have to do the buttons on the other sleeve and hem them both, but the hemming shouldn't take that long, so I should probably get all of that part done today. Here's my other sleeve. I just have to sew the buttons on the top here, and then I can hem both of them. So this should work out today, as long as I get myself to do it. I have a couple of videos I want to film and some YouTube stuff I want to do. But, yeah. It's so problematic when your life consists of 50 different things that you like to do, and so you start a project, and then you start another project, and then you start another project, and then you have, this project that you have a deadline for, and you have this project that you started that you want to keep working on, but you don't have a deadline for, and then you have other stuff you want to do, and you're just like, so much stuff, so little time. I need this Regency gown to be done before this coming Sunday. It's currently Sunday, so in a week's time. And then I'm thinking about all these other things I want to do too, and it's just like, no, you need to focus solely on the sewing. If I have the time, I want to try and finish the bodice today and maybe start the skirts. We'll see if I actually get to that. If not, I want to start the skirts tomorrow. Maybe, if it's possible. Probably not. I want to see how much I can get done tomorrow. If I can get the skirts mostly done tomorrow, I want to see if I can attempt to start on the under things, because I do have the fabric for that, and I do have the pattern for that. And to start with the under things, I want to do the shift and probably the petticoat. I don't think I will be able to make the stays, because that's a more involved process, and I have almost nothing for that. So I won't be able to do the stays before Easter. But I could attempt the shift and the chemisette, as the pattern called it, and then if I can get to somewhere, I want to see if I can possibly go to a fabric store this week. We'll see. I don't think that's going to be possible. I don't know. But if I can, I want to see if I can find the lining fabric for the Spencer jacket, because I would really love to try and attempt to get that in there. I kind of feel like that's not going to happen, let's be honest. And I want to see if I can find some silk for the bonnet, because I would also very much love to have the bonnet. The two things that I want to have the most out of this project, after I finish the gown, obviously, is the Spencer jacket and the bonnet. And those are the two things I think I'm not going to have, which is actually really disappointing. But what can I say? I started this project weeks ago, and I'm still working on the bodice. But if I get the chance, I would like to see if it's possible to go to a fabric store and get lining and silk fabric. And then I did purchase a kit for the Regency bonnet, and I already have like the instruction pattern things, so we'll see if the kit comes before Easter as well. Questionable, right? So yeah, that's my update. I'll update you when I've got the bodice completely finished and I'm starting on the skirts, because this video is already way too long. Hey guys, it's Monday. Time to start the skirts. I'm not super motivated right now, and I just like the fact that I have to try to do this as quick as I possibly can, because I want to try and get some other stuff done. I'm gonna see how long this takes. Like, I want to see if when I start this, it feels like it's gonna be like a super long process, or if it'll be a quick process. Because if it's quick, I want to see if it's possible to finish the skirts today. Doubt it. It's like 1 o'clock, so I doubt it. I had to do some other stuff this morning, and I got distracted this morning when I woke up. I was doing stuff, and then I just ate lunch, and I had to do a couple of things for my mom, so there's that. But now we're delving into the skirt. We need the skirt back lining. I have to cut a slit or something for the closure. I'm not really sure exactly. Again, I have to look at the instructions for this, but basically I'm starting the skirts. I will update you later because I need to charge my battery, and like I said before, this video is like entirely way too long. But I'm actually going to show you the bodice. This is what we have for the bodice, and they have this attachable sleeves. They're hemmed and everything. It doesn't look perfectly amazing there, and especially the buttons, you can kind of see there's a color in there, but you know what, I didn't have white buttons that were the correct size, so I had to use brown ones. I feel like it's less noticeable in the sleeve, I don't know, but this is what the bodice looks like. I'm gonna end this part of the video here with this bodice, and I will restart the next video. I'll make this a couple parts because it's taking me forever, and I realized I had a lot of clips and stuff, and I thought I would split this into 2 videos because it should be 1 video, because making a Regency dress is like super easy or whatever, right? But I decided to split this into 2 videos, so this is the end of the first half of a Regency gown. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and want to support me, you can check out my Ko-fi link down below. And feel free to like the video, subscribe, and comment. And if you're into reading, check out my other channel. And I hope this inspired you to go into your own sewing rooms. Bye.